నేషనల్ రియల్ ఎస్టేట్ డెవలప్మెంట్ కౌన్సిల్ నారెడ్కో తెలంగాణ చాప్టర్ సంబంధించి ఈరోజు ఏర్పాటు చేసినటువంటి ఈ కార్యక్రమానికి ఇక్కడికి వచ్చేసినటువంటి గౌరవ రాష్ట్ర మంత్రివర్యులు శ్రీ జూపల్లి కృష్ణారావు గారికి, అలాగే ఈ ఆర్గనైజేషన్ సంబంధించి మిత్రులు శ్రీ విజయసాయి మేకా గారు, ప్రెసిడెంట్ నారెడ్కో తెలంగాణ, ఎస్&ఎస్ గ్రీన్ ప్రాజెక్ట్స్, శ్రీ కె శ్రీధర్ రెడ్డి గారు, మెగాశ్రీ కన్స్ట్రక్షన్స్ సెక్రటరీ జనరల్ నారెడ్కో తెలంగాణ, డాక్టర్ లయన్ వై కిరణ్ గారు, సుచిర్ ఇండియా ఎగ్జిక్యూటివ్ వైస్ ప్రెసిడెంట్ వారికి, అట్లాగే కాళీ ప్రసాద్ దామిరా టఫ్ స్టోన్ ఎగ్జిక్యూటివ్ వైస్ ప్రెసిడెంట్ వారికి, ఆర్ వెంకటేశ్వరరావు గారు విశిష్ట డెవలపర్స్ ట్రెజరర్ ఈ నారెడ్కోకి మిత్రుల వారికి, అట్లాగే ఈ కార్యక్రమానికి ఇక్కడికి విచ్చేసినటువంటి దీంట్లో పాల్గొంటున్నటువంటి అనేక మంది డెవలపర్స్కి, స్నేహితులకి, శ్రేయోభిలాషులకి అందరికి కూడా ముందుగా నా హృదయపూర్వకమైనటువంటి నమస్కారాలు. నారెడ్కో వారికి కూడా నేను ప్రత్యేకంగా అభినందనలు తెలియజేస్తూ ఉన్నాను. మీరు ఇటువంటి ప్రాపర్టీ షోస్ ఏర్పాటు చేసి హైదరాబాద్ నగరంలో, తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రంలో జరుగుతున్నటువంటి డెవలప్మెంట్, కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ యాక్టివిటీ షోకేస్ చేస్తూ రాష్ట్ర అభివృద్ధికి ఇతోధికంగా దోహదపడుతున్నటువంటి మీ అందరికి కూడా రాష్ట్ర ప్రభుత్వం తరఫు నుంచి, శ్రీ ముఖ్యమంత్రి రేవంత్ రెడ్డి గారి తరఫు నుంచి, క్యాబినెట్ నుంచి మీ అందరికీ హృదయపూర్వకమైనటువంటి అభినందనలు తెలియజేస్తూ ఉన్నాను. ఫ్రెండ్స్, ఇన్ఫ్యాక్ట్ ఇప్పుడే నాకంటే ముందు మాట్లాడినటువంటి పెద్దలు జూపల్లి కృష్ణారావు గారు రాష్ట్రంలో ఉన్నటువంటి టూరిజం ఆపర్చునిటీస్ గురించి చాలా చక్కగా వివరించారు. తెలంగాణ స్టేట్ ఈజ్ నథింగ్ బట్ ఏ ల్యాండ్ ఆఫ్ జాయ్. తర్వాత తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్ర ప్రజలు ఆతిథ్యానికి ఇచ్చే అంత ప్రాముఖ్యత బహుశా ఈ భారతదేశంలో ఏ రాష్ట్రంలో కూడా కనపడదు. గ్రామానికి కానీ, ఇంటికి కానీ బంధువులు వచ్చినా, స్నేహితులు వచ్చినా అది ఆ రోజు పండగే వాళ్ళకి. అంత గొప్ప మనసుతో స్వాగతం పలికేటువంటి ఈ రాష్ట్రానికి సంబంధించిన టూరిజం పెద్ద ఎత్తున ఉన్నటువంటి స్థలాల గురించి కూడా వారు చక్కగా చెప్పారు. మీ అందరికి కూడా వీఆర్ వెల్కమింగ్ అండ్ ఎక్స్టెండ్ హోల్ హార్టెడ్ ఇన్విటేషన్ టు టేక్ పార్ట్ ఇన్ ద డెవలప్మెంట్ ఆఫ్ ది తెలంగాణ tourism. You have a wonderful sites like particularly deep inside in the forest, ecotourism కానీ, లేకపోతే బ్యూటిఫుల్ వాటర్ ఫాల్స్ కానీ, టైగర్ రిజర్వ్ ఫారెస్ట్ కానీ అన్నీ ఉన్నాయి. దీన్ని అద్భుతంగా ఇక్కడ రావడానికి కావాల్సిన ఇంటర్నేషనల్ ఎయిర్పోర్ట్ ఉంది, మంచి ఇన్ఫ్రాస్ట్రక్చర్ కూడా ఉంది. కాబట్టి దీన్ని మీ అందరూ నారెడ్కో సభ్యులందరికీ నేను విజ్ఞప్తి చేసేది, ఇక్కడ ఉన్నటువంటి మీరే కాకుండా దేశవ్యాప్తంగా ఉన్నటువంటి మీ ఆర్గనైజేషన్లో కూడా దీన్ని విరివిగా ప్రాచుర్యంలో తీసుకొని వెళ్ళి ఈ రాష్ట్ర టూరిజం కోసం కూడా ఇదోధికంగా మీరంతా సహాయ సహకారాలు అందిస్తారని ఆశిస్తూ It is a pleasure to join all of you at the 15th NAREDCO Telangana Property Show for all of us, particularly the government. A landmark event that brings together those who build our city and those who believe in it. You know, my feeling is that it is the only city where people give directions not by landmarks but by projects. I think nowhere in the country the landmarks, generally they give by the landmarks, but here mostly people give the directions based on the projects. Take a left after that, new gated community, for example. If someone comes here for some direction, they mention some project. From there you take a left, there you will find one gated community. Or see that under construction tower. Yes, after that, that tells you something profound. This is a city always under creation, a city forever renewing itself. This is what Hyderabad. The Hyderabad, what it makes special is that it manages to grow fast without losing its balance. Like a classical dancer, keeping rhythm while the music speeds up. This is what Hyderabad. Our skyline rises, our metro expands, and at the city's soul is warmth, its inclusiveness, its easy humor stays intact. We keep hearing stories about severe infrastructural bottlenecks in other metros, but not in Hyderabad. We have, though some issues, always been appreciated by the country at large for our infrastructure and ability to keep renewing ourselves. There is really no comparison between the Hyderabad of today and the Hyderabad when I studied. And also I am sure there will be no comparison between the Hyderabad of today and the Hyderabad where tomorrow the grandchildren will study. The kind of pace it is going fast. This is what we in the Telangana government are determined to preserve and strengthen growth and grace. You know, the present government, under the leadership of our Chief Minister and the entire cabinet, is very much committed for the overall and all-round development of the city, whereby we believe Telangana state is more or less a city state. That's the reason we are focusing more and more on building on the city and allotting more budget for the growth of the city also, not only for the infrastructure, even otherwise also. For example, you know, year by year, this is second year, every year we are allotting not less than 10,000 crores for the development of the city, particularly the plan expenditure. I think never in the history of Hyderabad it has taken place like this. Spending in a year 10,000 crores only for the plan expenditure. That shows how committed we are seriously for the growth of the Telangana. Definitely, I am sure, nearing about combined, if you see for 2 years, 20,000 crores will definitely change the face of the city. It has just started now. The reason is when we invest, at the time of the investment, we will not be finding the change, but it takes time. But now it has already started in Hyderabad. This is not a token number, it's a visible, measurable investment in the roads, drainage, mobility, green cover, and quality of life. We are shaping Hyderabad as a future city, resilient, sustainable, and human. A city that plans before it expands, that expands without losing its character. As you all aware about the Musi River, for example, people say, wherever you find anything stinking, that you say it's something like Musi River, which has given once upon a time life to the city. And now the present government is so serious about regenerating the Musi River, not only regenerating, even by getting the Godavari River, making the fresh water to flow in the river with a beautiful development and on par with the world standard. For decades we have spoken about the Musi as something we need to clean up, but nothing is happening. Now we speak about it as something we are reclaiming, as a place for people, for walking, for greenery, for water that flows with a dignity again. So making a Musi River, flowing with a dignity again in the city, that shows our commitment. When a city restores its river, it restores its self-respect. That's what Musi means to us. Where even we are planning Gandhi Sarovar also. When we started talking about the Musi regeneration, people, laughed at us whether it is possible or not. But we are making it a reality today. The Hyderabad Musi River is going to be a landmark for anybody, whoever is coming to the city in future. Hyderabad's next chapter is about connectivity and planning. The regional ring road will connect emerging urban clusters around the city along balanced development, decongesting the core and creating new economic zones. Alongside, we are preparing a new master plan that extends all the way up to the regional ring road. A plan that integrates housing, mobility, environment and livelihood. We are not just planning where people will live. We are planning how they will live well. For example, strength of the city for today, if you go to any city which is growing fast, you will find the power scarcity and the water scarcity. Today we are giving 24/7 quality power to the city and also the water supply. Earlier, when we are having Manjira river and Krishna phase 1, phase 2, Gandipet water, apart from that, today we are again planning to get some more water to city from the Godavari river, which is going to be a biggest asset for the city. And it solves the problem of water scarcity, industrial reliability, and peace of mind for millions of homes. A few cities in India can claim this level of foresight and planning. And friends, many of them, might be in the beginning of this government, people might have felt somewhere a little bit about the Hydra. But now slowly you are seeing the results, how the city is getting protected. Hydra is not to trouble anybody. It is only to protect the city, lakes, rocks and parks. Once upon a time, if you just think about the city, city is filled with full of rocks, parks and lakes. It is our duty now to protect them and give it to the future generations. We are trying our level best to protect these things. Hope you all understand and cooperate. For example, our partners in real estate would like to request by saying that this government is a business-friendly government. To our partners in real estate, infrastructure and construction, let me say this clearly. The Telangana government is pro-growth and pro-partnership. We believe regulation should guide, not grind. We strongly believe that. It should guide us. Any regulation should guide, not to grind the people. It should build confidence, not just bureaucratic attitude. Our goal is to make Hyderabad the most predictable and transparent city, and we assured you also in the beginning, right from the beginning, that this government is always, doors are open for any kind of deliberations and discussions. Our philosophy is simple. The government must be a facilitator, not a spectator, nor a dictator. I'll tell you, we believe in our philosophy, which is very simple. The government must be a facilitator, not a spectator, nor a dictator. Friends, real estate is not just about walls and roofs. It is about the faith people place in a city's future. When a family invests in a home, they are really investing in governance, in trust, in collective optimism. This is why events like the NAREDCO property show, which matters, they remind us that growth is not a static. It is a relationship between government and enterprise. As Hyderabad enters its next phase with the Moosi reborn, the ring road taking shape, Godavari water sustaining us, and the master plan expanding our horizon, we are building not just a city, but a civilization of urban excellence. As I have mentioned, the build now ease of finding faster and transparency, which all will help in doing all these kinds of things. On behalf of the Telangana government, I really appreciate organizations like NAREDCO coming forward, extending your helping hand in shaping the kind of policies for the development of the city. And I also tell you the way the government in the beginning of the government, many of people who are not interested in the growth of the city and the Telangana, they tried their level best to spread wrong kinds of things, that the Hyderabad and Telangana real estate is down, it is not moving fast, and the government is not spending. But it has, we told you people, don't worry. People who are not for the growth of the city and Hyderabad and Telangana, they might be trying their level best to spread, but since it is not a fact, it will not sustain for a long. It has been proved now very recently when we went for auction. You all know that how much it has gone. Per acre, it has gone nearing about 177 crores. In a city like in Hyderabad, when the government went for an auction, per acre, if you don't have a trust, if the real estate is growing fast, why the people come here to participate and to pay 177 crores per 1 acre? The people who all participated, nearing about 25 people, they also even quoted more, nearing about 150 crores. That shows how seriously the city is growing fast. So I congratulate. Don't go by the people who are not having any good intentions for the development of the state. People might be saying that. Don't go by that. See the reality. Reality is this. So nowhere in the country the land has gone up like this. So my congratulations. This is all, it has not come just like that. There is a enormous hard work by the government and the Chief Minister who is looking after this, particularly this department, by investing so much of money for the development of the city. For example, elevated corridors for the city. National Highway 44, Paradise Junction. So it has been pending for a long time. The government went, Honorable Chief Minister went and met the Defence Minister, sat there for days together, got it clearance today. 1,487 crores spending for that elevated corridor there. In the same way, even Shamirpet Junction, nearing about 3,619 crores they are spending for the road development. On the same lines, for example, if you see the city, we have been dreaming to have a clean and green city, for which we have already taken a decision of taking all the diesel-based buses, bring battery-based buses. Not only, getting the buses, over a period of time, we wanted to make it very clear, in the city you will find only battery-based buses. No diesel buses will be here in the city. And we have already given exemption for EV vehicles, tax exemption, registration, so that, city will have a pollution-free kind of a city. On the same lines, imagine in 1 year, in one particular year, sanctioning nearing about 39 STPs in the city at a time. Nowhere. 39 STPs in the city. These sewerage plants, the work is going. We have already sanctioned nearing about 4,233 crores for sewerage, plants. And water supply for the city, already sanctioned, approved and sanctioned also. 7,688 crores, put together total 11,921 crores only for the drinking water and sewerage plants in the city where the present government is spending. And future planning also, under the proposal for water, nearing about 7,680 crores, and sewerage another 4,223 crores, put together nearing about 13,704 crores are under the proposal. This is how the city is planned. Underpasses, metro corridor, metro expansion. All these things, we have been seriously focusing, spending money, developing the city. All these things will make the people to come and invest here in Hyderabad. So friends, please try to think about, seriously spread it about the development of the city in Telangana. Also the tourism. And also I have a small request from you. The present government strongly believes in, spending and concentrating, focusing more on education and health. We want to provide an international standard education. That's the only reason for us, though it is costing somewhere around nearing this year nearing 11,500 crores. We sanctioned nearing about 100 schools, with each school costing about 200 crores in a campus not less than 25 acres with an international standard education. Already started, we called for the tenders, the works are in the progress. This is how we are serious about the education. And all the government schools we are renovating, all the government residential schools also we are upgrading. And also hospitals. All along the city we are building the hospitals. So that throughout the state, people need not to come inside into the city itself and By the time they reach, in an emergency, by the time they reach, the hospital is available outside where they need not to come inside and spend a lot of time. So my request, the NAREDCO people, you all not only doing commercial activity, but also you might be having some social concern also, apart from the your funds for the social responsibility, CSR funds. My request is to, instead of thinking various and spending here and there on the piecemeal, you just identify seriously for the education and health. We don't mind creating a platform through the district collectors, where all that you can spend your money through proper district collectors and get a certificate also. So think seriously of concentrating, spending your CSR funds for the education and health. And also my request, as you are aware, you should think about not only building big villas and towers, you should also think about middle class, lower middle class people, where below poverty line people also should be able to afford to buy some of the houses. That also you have to keep it in mind, with a social responsibility. If we can build those houses, people can afford, come and buy those houses, and people can live here without any house. So my request to the NAREDCO people, as you have asked some requests you made to the government, will definitely examine it. I'll take it to the notice of the Honorable Chief Minister. You also take a time and meet him and give a representation. Sit across the table, discuss, have a dialogue. Definitely, our doors are open. We can discuss and sort it out. We'll definitely, we are there for we don't treat you like, you are not doing anything for the state. We always treat you like a wealth creators in the state. So we are here to even to protect you people also. So I wish you all the best and hope the NAREDCO flag fly high. Thank you. All the best.